My topic today is God's encounter. And now, what happens when God encounters in your life? Now, once God encounters in your life, there is what? Transformation. Once God encounters in your life becomes what? Transformed. So, when God have an encounter in your life, there will be what? A transformation. You know what I mean? Transformation. There will be what? A transformation, a divine transformation in your life. It's only taught by the Spirit of what I'm saying, because my preaching is a communication of is a spirit communication. Now I hope I'm communicating with somebody. So when God encounters in your life, there is what we call divine transformation that comes in your life. No, divine encounter is like when there is a divine encounter, there is something we call repentance. The work of God, the call of God. Are you understand what I'm saying? I also want this taught by my message in the spirit now. So when God encounters in your life, there's what we call divine transformation that starts happening in your life. And divine encounter is that encounter that has to do with your repentance, your service to God, your direction in life. So when there is no divine encounter in your life, there can never be a transformation. Why your life is still the same way it is because your life has not been taught by a divine transformation. Are you getting me? That is why your life is still in that same position, in that same situation, in that same condition, because your life has not been taught by what we call divine transformation. Because once your life is taught by a divine transformation, your life will no more be the same way it is. I hope you're understanding me. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So that is it. So my topic today is encounter with God. Put it like an encounter with God. So when your life has an encounter in God, there is a divine transformation. And that encounter with God is something that has to do with your service with Him, your walk with Him, that begins to transform your life, transform your direction in life. I just want this understanding me. So in your life right now, the only thing you need for a transformation in your life is what? An encounter with God. That is the only thing you need right now. An encounter with God. That is the only thing you need to transform your life, to transform who you are. Are you getting what I'm saying? So my topic is an encounter with God. I'm trying to say that an encounter with God is the thing that leads to a divine transformation. Your life cannot be transformed without God in your life. If your life, God is absent in your life, there can never be a transformation. There is no transformation without God. Take it like that. For your life to have a transformation, you need who? Jesus. So my topic is an encounter with God. I hope you understand me. I hope you are touched in the spirit with what I'm saying. So my topic today is what? An encounter with God. Understand it? An encounter with God. I'm telling you that once you have an encounter with God, there is what we call life transformation. There will be a life transformation. Your life will transform. Because that encounter with God means your repentance, your service with God, your walk with God. Are you understanding me? It's not understanding. So that is what that encounter with God actually means. Are you understand what I'm saying? So the only thing you need for your life to transform right now is what? An encounter with God. Because there is no transformation without Jesus. There is no transformation without Jesus in your life. So my topic today is what? An encounter with God. An encounter with God. The only thing you need is to what? Encounter God in your life. Because once your life encounters Jesus, there is a what? A life transformation that comes to it. Your life does no more remain the way it is, because the only thing you need in your life is Jesus. That is the only thing you need in your life to be transformed. Jesus. That is the only thing that gives for transformation. An encounter with God. Somebody needs to encounter Jesus. Somebody needs an encounter with God for a life transformation. Because without encountering God, there is no what? Transformation that will occur in your life. Somebody needs what? An encounter with God. Are you hearing me? Somebody needs to encounter God for a life transformation. Are you getting me? Somebody needs to encounter God. What I'm saying now is a spirit's word. And I hope that somebody is being touched in the spirit with what I'm saying. I hope the spirit is flowing what I'm saying. So somebody needs an encounter with God. You need to encounter God for your life to have transformation. An encounter with God that gives repentance. An encounter with God that makes you to do His service, His work. You need an encounter with God. Somebody, I'm saying that you need an encounter with Jesus. The question is, have you encountered God? Have you have an encounter with God? That is my question. That is the question. Have you encountered God? That is the question. Have you encountered God? What have you encountered in your life? There are many things one can encounter. Eh? But maybe it may not be God. You may encounter this, you may encounter that, you may encounter money, but you have not encountered Jesus. So the question is, what have you encountered in your life? And today's topic is what? An encounter with God. I hope the Spirit is flowing. There are many things a person can encounter in life. You can encounter money. You can encounter business. You can encounter profession. You can encounter money. But you have not encountered Jesus, which is the thing that matters. So my question is, what is your encounter? Ask yourself, what is my encounter in life? Who have I encountered? Many people have encountered different people in their life, but they have not encountered Jesus. So people has encountered different people in their life, so many type of people, so many kind of people in their life, but they have not encountered the presence of Jesus in their life. Somebody is touched in the spirit of what I'm saying. What I'm preaching now is in the spirit. I'm preaching in spirit. So I hope somebody is touched in the spirit. So you can encounter different things in your life. You can encounter different people. But the thing is that, is it Jesus you have encountered? Who is your encounter in life, and what is your encounter in life? Today's message is an encounter with God. You need an encounter with God. You need to encounter God. You need to encounter Jesus in your life. What is your encounter? What have you encountered in this life? Who has you encountered in life? You need an encounter with God. Tell yourself that you need an encounter with God. Tell yourself, I need an encounter with God.